Well, with Pompeii being excavated for over 250 years now, you'd think that there really wouldn't be anything left to find. But with our current showing of the fast food bistro that they had going on there, there's still a lot left to be found. In fact, a large portion of it still has yet to be excavated, and there's still exciting finds to be made. One that was just found recently this year was something that, if you look at it here, you can't really tell what it is. What you're seeing is a brass encrusted plate that has an embossed plate behind it that's recessed. It's made out of tin, they said. And what this is a chariot. It's not a war chariot or one for the games. It seems to be one that's very much ceremonial, and they've been kind of looking for this thing since 2018 actually there, because they found the remnants of 3 horses and a bridle setup, like, the bit and reins and things that they had there. And they go, well, if there's a stable set up here in the horses, perhaps there's all kinds of things. In fact, with the multiple horse setup right here, it looks like we'd find a chariot. And here's the chariot itself with that front end that you can kind of see on it that's swooping back like a sleigh. And it has all these adornments on it. And it's far too fancy to be something that was just used nominally. And at first they thought, well, it might be something that was used during games or something, or, war heroes be pulled down through the streets on it or something like that. But as you got excavated more and you see the adornment, it looked a little bit different here. For it's a 4-wheeled chariot, so it's a little bit different than a regular chariot that you would think of as war chariots that you see like in this picture here. It looks like it would have been a wedding ceremony chariot to signify weddings, and we still kind of have this idea today, and this almost Cinderella type idea that you still see. But in this time right here, they also would adorn this with a large wreath and a large amount of flowers around onto it. And this would have been the very first conveyance that would take a wife from her wedding chapel to her home for the first time. I believe it's called a pallida, and they were used in ancient Rome for these ceremonies. We still have an ideal to this today, so not everything that we talk about is lost in any way, but here it is here, and you can see the adornments that are on the side of it here, the extra buttons, coins, and symbology that's inset on this multi-plated form that's just on the one side part of it here. There also seem to be remnants of some ringlet type things on here, and that's what the wreaths would hang around on and such, although there was nothing like that, of course, found with it. It wasn't during a wedding whenever Pompeii went down, and in this stable the horses went down with this chariot here right next to them in a place that they were very familiar with. So there are a lot of finds still left to be found that are pretty intricate, despite common beliefs. But here's another look at it here, where you can kind of see the swoop of the seat and the dish that was on it. It even appeared to have some form of suspension to it, and the wheels front and back that you see on it here, and the pull that's put onto it. But there also would have been a castenade built around it, or a flat platform had built around it, which at this point is long gone. So it's pretty neat to find something like this, and to know, there's still a lot left to be found in ancient Pompeii. So these chariot races they used to race in like that, where we talk about Ben-Hur and things like that that you're familiar with, are quite different Quite often they're a 2 or a 4-horse chariot, and it's a 2-wheeled conveyance that you're on that's balanced and held with a saddle set that's hooked up onto the horses. But this is more like a cart, if you will. It's more like a wedding cart. Set all up and ready to go for a bunch of weddings that, because of Pompeii's quick demise, never got to happen. Like, share, and subscribe, and enjoy, and we'll get on to a lot more other artifacts. And as they slowly work their way through Pompeii, I'll let you know if there's anything interesting of note that they found. Peace.